Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martich here with your outlook for July 24th, 2015. And much like the previous 2 days, we're dealing with mostly sunny conditions again, very low humidity. And the difference between yesterday and today is we're expecting temperatures to rise a few degrees, maybe two or 3 degrees higher than yesterday's high temperatures. So for Friday afternoon should be about 85 degrees, a little less north, a little more south. And the low humidity is due to this big high pressure that's sitting out here. It's going to continue to bring in these northwesterly winds, so it'll keep the humidity values low, but the temperatures will be warming again to the mid-80s for the most part. Pretty close to near seasonal averages for this time of year across our entire coverage area here. And pretty much the same thing holds true for Saturday, except again, temperatures will increase another 2 or 3 degrees as we go into Saturday afternoon, but again, mostly sunny skies, not any precipitation to speak of. And then we get into Sunday. You have a cold front that's going to be approaching, and it's very weak and very off to our north here. Here's your cold front. You can see there's not much precipitation involved with it, but at the same time, this cold front, by moving to the southeast and high pressure moving offshore, this is going to allow the winds to shift to a southwesterly flow, and that's going to mean an increase in dew points, increase in humidity, and a chance for an isolated thunderstorm, but mainly for our northwestern areas. I don't think this gets too far as the precipitation threat. So if you're down here at like Philadelphia, maybe along I-95 and down towards the shore points here, I don't think you have any issues at all on Sunday with any precipitation. Once you get up to, say, maybe northwest of a line from, say, Harrisburg to Allentown to about Sussex, New Jersey. When you get northwest of there, then you have to start worrying about, not really worrying, but at least looking at radar later in the day on Sunday if you have any outdoor plans, just for an isolated thunderstorm to push through. And here's your isolated chance. This is now looking at very late in the day, and the front is right about here. So, and there's your showers and thunderstorms out ahead of it. So this is primarily like I said, a north and northwest threat, north of that line there, which is pretty much Harrisburg, Allentown to Sussex. Anywhere northwest of there is where you have the isolated chance. And you see these are grays here. They're not really showing too much here. So that just indicates it's going to be very, very isolated. Now this frontal boundary, models are handling this a little bit differently. Some have it either stalling over the area here on Monday, giving a scattered showers and thunderstorms threat like this model does. Here's Monday. Actually, this is the overnight hours. And then here is Monday afternoon. Stalls the boundary and keeps it intact like this model does. Okay, and then along that boundary here you have it becomes the focus of the scattered showers and thunderstorms Monday afternoon and evening. But there's others that just take this front and just dissipates it into thin air, just completely loses this feature. So we're kind of leaning towards the disappearing act here, but we're going to leave the scattered shower and thunderstorm threats in the forecast for Monday until we see what the models converge on one way or another. But we'll just leave that in there. Keep it about a 40% chance here on Monday, just until we see how this progresses in the model guidance and which direction they choose to go with relation to Monday and how that unfolds. Tuesday decided to take, even though there's some very light stuff shown here, this is not enough of a chance to really include this in the forecast graphic in many of our regions here. So he took out the chances for precipitation here on Tuesday. I think it just turns to back to partly cloudy, heat and humidity starting to really get going here as we get into Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of next week, maybe even Friday. Here's looking at the temperatures that we can expect in that time frame. And you can see a very vast area. This is another heat wave coming in, and some areas that had heat wave number 2 down here, especially down by the Philadelphia area, are now poised to get heat wave number 3. In order to be classified a heat wave, we're talking about 3 or more consecutive days of 90 degrees or higher readings, and I really think that's going to occur next week. Don't really see much to inhibit that. There's not any precipitation chances that we're looking at that's going to knock some temperatures down or anything like that. Maybe very late Thursday or Thursday night, but by that time the damage will already be done. And that front, as modeled now, doesn't really look to do much to the temperatures as it comes through. It looks like another weak front. So getting a little bit ahead of ourselves here. We're talking about almost a week away here. But you can see this entire area here will be under the gun for 90s by the time we get to the middle of next week. Everything points south and east of that will be pretty close to 90, if not exceeding 90 in many locations. in the Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday time frame. So that's at the very least. Beyond that, it could still be extended beyond that too, especially down here down towards the Philadelphia metropolitan area. We'll have to wait and see how that transpires, but definitely hot and more humid as we get into next week and another heat wave incoming. I'm Eastern PA Weather 30 meteorologist Bobby Martich, and that is your outlook for July 24th, 2015. Have a great Friday.